Hi, this is Dale Janota with School Board Support Services. I've been around this world for over 70 years and I still have a strong need to feel productive. So I'm going to let you know how your overall compensation packages compares with a select group of districts. I'm going to take a look at Modoc, I think it's Modoc County and Lassen County together. Now, when I look at compensation, it's quite misleading sometimes because I like to look at everything when I analyze salary schedules. So, we're going to be looking at overall salary, we're going to look at benchmarks, look at benefits. Benefits are huge. And then I combine the benefits with the salary and do a total compensation analysis. We're going to look at it on a per diem basis, and then we're going to do an analysis based on student teacher ratio. So you get a lot of different ways of looking at it, and sometimes people don't look at the total picture. I used to bargain professionally, and I always like to look at everything. First of all, let me tell you what I do. I started this in 1984, where I developed what I call a 26-year earning power approach to teacher salary schedules, where I define the value of your pay structure with one number over a 26-year period. I use 26 years because the average number of years of service current retirees have is 26 years. Now, what I do is I start a teacher at the BS 30 units with the credential, walk him through the structure, adding 26 numbers up. I did this for 917 schools in California. So one has access to the whole state. But right now, I just put in your counties that are really close together. And I was going to just let you know how these turned out here. So I'm going to look right here. This would be the average between Lassen and Modoc County. And I'm going to look at Lassen High School. Okay, you can see their earning power, $1,820,956. Structurally, they were 165,000 above this group average, 9.1% above average, and they rank number 2. I'm going to push this down here so you can see everybody. I have the county offices in here as well. So it looks like Lassen is a pretty well paid district. Appearances can be deceiving. Like right here, take a look at Westwood. We're going to look at Westwood too at the same time. And you're going to find out that even though they look low over here, when I look at it based on student teacher ratio, you're going to get your eyes opened. Okay, and then what the next thing I look at is I look at the entry level pay with the BA 30. You can see Lassen High School is 2,600 above the two county average, 5.6% above average, and they rank fourth. Then I isolate the biggest number with the BA 45 without a master's. Now I like to look at that number because nationally, BA 45 is as far as a district individual teacher can go without a master's degree. Now, that's not true in California, but I do this in quite a few states, so it's a nice benchmark to look at. And then also, some schedules, I mean, gosh, some people have 40 steps on the schedule. If you go if you go down forever and ever, I stop it at step 26 and footnote it accordingly. So there you can see Lassen High School is 10,000 above, 14% above, and they rank second. Then I look at the highest salary on the schedule. Now that includes the highest salary, master's stipend, any type of longevity that you have. You notice this Thule Basin, they're 107,000 when I add the master stipend, and they have a $15,000 longevity stipend as well, which is included in that, and also in the earning power. I mean, that's kind of hidden in the contract. You don't see it on the schedule, but I take the actual behavior. So anyway, you can see that Lassen High School is 10,000 above, 11.2% above, and they rank second. And I use the master's stipend in the computation of my earning power as well. That goes in the ninth year. Then let's take a look at benefits. Benefits are huge, and they're huge for many, many people here. So look at it here. The average in the two-county average, $101,103 a month for single. For families, $1,122. You can see Lassen's right there, pretty close. Who's the highest? Oh, Susanville pays a lot. So then I take the benefits, I add it to the schedule, and I do it all over again. And I do that two ways. I do it with salary and family insurance and salary and single insurance, because not everybody works with a composite rate. Hey, all of a sudden now things change a little bit. Look at Susanville. They rank number 2. They're 13% above average. Lassen ranked 4th. Big Valley 12th. Westwood, they're up to 5th now because they pay a chunk of change for insurance. You see, if you look over there where they were salary only, they were below average by 5%. Add the benefits in there and you get a different story. So I like to look at everything. Then I do the same thing with the entry level pay with family insurance. Now, most of you guys have the same, except for Susanville, I think is the one that varies between salary and single and family. Maybe it's another district. I don't remember right now. I'd have to look again. Okay, you're 1695 above, 2.9% above, and you rank 6th. Top salary in the BA 45, 9,600, 11% above, you rank 3rd. Top salary on the schedule plus the master stipend, no PhD, and family benefits, and then you're ranked 3rd. Then I do it with single insurance as well. Changes a little bit. I think everybody except one district works under a composite. Which one is that right here? Wasn't Susanville? Surprise does it. They're the ones that varied there. Okay, so now over here, I also, whoopsie daisy, hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, then I put in the contract days, and then also student teacher ratio. There's quite a variance here on student teacher ratio. So now I'm going to look at it on a per diem basis. Now, that used to be a big issue many years ago when you were working under furlough days. You can see the Lassen County has 179. So when you do it on they're not settled yet. I'm still using the 1819 data. Everybody else's is 1920 data. I mean, I want to be as current as I can. But then this thing gets updated continually, so we'll tell you how I deal with that later here. Okay, and then I do it on a per diem basis, so you can see how you compare on a per diem basis. There's not a whole lot of difference here except for, what is it, which one was it that was a Murdoch or Lassen? They did the low days here. Yeah, Lassen, they're 179 days. So you're going to get a different number there for that one there. Okay, they're above average here. Okay, and then as I go to the right, I do it on a per diem basis. I do it with family benefits, and then I do it with single benefits. But the one that I really like is looking at it as student teacher ratio. Pretty hard to get both. Now, when I say student teacher ratio, I'm not saying class size. I look at the total number of students divided by the total number of teachers. So a class size and student teacher ratio is a little bit different. And here, all of a sudden, when I do salary, here I can see Lassen is below average. Susanville's below average. Schaefer, which is a well-paid district, below average. And that makes sense. I mean, that's nothing to get alarmed about. Look what happened to Westwood. I mean, their salary alone was low, but when I did it based on student-teacher ratio, they were number 3. And then I do it also with benefits. The one I really want to look at is I did it based on per diem as well. And I think this is where legislatively this makes a big difference. I'm going to look at the BA 30 starting salary and what this number represents. Okay, for salary, you see Lassen High School has $12.61. What that means, the salary cost per day per student for a teacher that starts out in the BA 30 is $12.61 a student. I think that makes education quite a bargain. And the most it's going to be, if I look at the top salary, it's going to be $24.61. I can put the benefits in there as well when I look at salary and benefits together. At last in high school, paying the benefits and for a teacher at the BS 30 costs $16 per student. I mean, California is funded about $2,500 per student less than the national average. And I think that's why one reason is that we're looking at pretty high class sizes. I live in the state of Wyoming, and the student teacher ratio here statewide is like about 10 to 1. Okay, and then it's also done with salary and single benefits. Now let's go back to the beginning. Okay, now I do sell this, and the total cost for this is $595. And what that gets you, it gets you this entire publication where you can also pick and choose any group that you want. And also you can make projections like Lassen isn't settled yet. So let's say they're looking at 2%. I can stick in 2% there, a 2% raise. And let's say they're going to increase the benefits to $1,100 a month. And we just want to see what happens if we do this. It, it puts 2% across the board on your salary schedule, does an analysis for you there. It does the salary and benefit analysis for you. And then also over here, you'll see it's going to say checking out a proposal. So if you're not settled yet, or if you want to experiment, you can do that right there. Okay. So all we do is we put this there. Let's see how you compare with the state here. Okay. Because like I said, I have 917 schools in here. You see, there's your average earning power, and that's the number I like to look at. 1,655,000 statewide. 2,005,000. If you want to stick the whole state in, you can just copy all these code numbers and paste them to the same place as I did earlier, as you saw what I did, and you have the whole state done. You can pick any group that you want. And for your convenience, I also have something else here, is I have it sorted by codes, where you can sort it by the cost per student, the type of district. You can do it by enrollment. So all you have to do is copy and paste these particular code numbers, and you can see how you compare that way. I just want to make life easy for you. I've been doing this since 1984, not to this degree. To purchase it, $5.95 for everything, and it also includes updates. And no hurry for payment, because I know what you're going through right now. So you can reply to this email. Here's my firm name. There's my name. There's my email address again. My website, if you want to see my website, and my phone number. And when I go to websites and I don't see a phone number, oh, I get upset. I don't know why they don't want to be called. I think that we need to communicate a little bit more. Anyway, so you can see how everything looks like, and I hope to hear from you. And I want to thank you for listening to this. And good day.